Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come up real quickly and let you hear what April, Ryan, and Al Sharpton had to say about what the president had to say. I mean, it is ridiculous. So I'm going to let you guys listen to it, and then we'll talk in the chat. Let me see if I can find it now. Okay. Look, I thought I had it all set up. You know, I be doing stuff butt backwards. So I hope y'all having a okay day. My day is all right. You know, it's just sad that these people lost their lives. You know, and I don't understand it. So, look, I don't even know what happened to my. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna let it play here.
And we just heard from the President of the United States, the 47th President of the United States. Many people were like, is April Ryan in the room? No, I was not in the room because I'm home with the flu. I tested positive after being in that room the other day. I will be wearing a mask. But like many of you who watched, I was shocked, but I reached out to a couple of people, and one of them I'm waiting for us to join. Hello, Major. Love you more, and I'm taking care of myself, but I'm waiting for the person who's supposed to come on. I think that's them now. The person who's supposed to come on. What you need to do is when you come on and see me, you press request to get on. This is a big conversation that we're getting ready to have. And meanwhile, let me see, I'm going back. Meanwhile, I talked to someone from the NAACP, the vice chair of the National Board of the NAACP, Karen Boykins-Town, says we need to stop agonizing. We need to start organizing. And she said, like the Forever First Lady said, do something. So to my guest, get off and come back on and press request. Yeah, feel better. I'm here. I'm sitting in a room in my house, sealed off from everyone. And I'm going to talk. Thank you, guys. We do pause for the moment for those who lost their lives. Those 67 people who lost their lives last night. We do pause. And it is, it's heartbreaking to hear, you know, from Virginia all the way up to Baltimore, many of the first responders came and helped. And we do pause. But when you pause, what happens? You see the blame being placed disproportionately in the wrong place. And it just wasn't right. Hold on, guys. My guest is coming on. I got to help him get on. He's a major person who speaks truth to power. And hold on. I'm on another device trying to get my guest on because we talked. And I've never heard them as solemn and calm as I heard just now. Hold on, guys. I'm getting my guest on. I'm going to help them get on. Okay. This person worked for the late Shirley Chisholm, and this person also ran for president. This person is very well versed in issues of politics, diversity, and more. Hold on one second. I'm going to call this person to make sure I can get them on again. Hold on. Stand by. Hold on. I'm going to get them on. You'll hear who they are in a minute. And I know I'm going to let them know that they're on hold on. 1 second. Hello, everyone. Hold on.
Hello, Ms. Ryan.
Yes.
Chris, he didn't see the request.
Okay, no. You have to request. Go on ADR 1600. Get off for a minute. Go on with his. Okay, get off for 1 second. Get off IG. Now go back on.
Okay, and what is it called?
It's ADR 1600. That's my IG. Do you see me? Go up in the circle up there where you'll see and you see a live circle, correct? You see something with a circle. Press that circle.
All right, we're gonna try to request it now.
Yes, that's it. Now bring them on.
Okay.
Thank you. Guys, this is a moment. We pause because this is sad. Whenever you lose anyone, you pause. But this kind of moment, when the deflection is on us, it's not good. Here we go. My guest is here. All right. I'm bringing him on. I pressed accept. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. There we go.
Just give us 1 second. He'll be on.
All right. As you see, we're going to have Reverend Al Sharpton of the National Action Network to discuss this moment. I've never heard Reverend Al so somber. This is a historic moment. Reverend Al, thank you for one, taking my call. Two, Reverend Al, for joining. Reverend Al, this is a moment. What did you make of this press conference where it was supposed to be about the death of 67 people with an Army helicopter that is said by the president to be the cause? It should not have been flying at the same height, etc. Then he went into a diatribe deflecting the blame on his administration, on the DOD and on the transportation secretary, but put it on the Obama administration, the Biden administration, and even said BS bullshit about the former transportation secretary, Pete Buttigieg. And then he said, because he has common sense, he understands that this was DEI, because he has common sense. And those who are there from DEI don't have the psychological capability to handle this. Sir, we are in a whole new space. What do you think about this in 2025? Reverend Al? Okay, I think Reverend Al is frozen, but we have Reverend Al. Hold on 1 second. Reverend Al is frozen. Hold on. Reverend Al? I see people saying he's sick. Hold on, we're going to go back to Reverend Al again because he's frozen. Hold on. Reverend Al, I've never seen Reverend Al so upset before like this and very concerned. Hold on, let's go back because he's frozen. As you see, Reverend Al is frozen. Oh, you don't see him anymore. I see him. He's frozen. So I'm going back to him. Hold on, guys. Reverend Al, come back on, okay? Reverend Al.
We just sent the request again.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, bye-bye. Here we go. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Reverend Al?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. What do you think about the deflection from taking responsibility for this by blaming it on DEI, saying that we are not psychologically able to handle these kinds of positions? What say you, sir?
I think that what we saw today was a very raw, insensitive, uncaring man that's obsessed with race and obsessed with the not taking any kind of leadership and responsibility for any occurrence under his presidency. Why do I say that? To say that you have 67 people that are being fished out of the bottom of the Potomac, their families mourning, their families heartbroken, and people in this country stunned. I don't know how many times you and I, April, have flown over that Potomac. And all of us should be in a unified prayer for these families.
Yes.
And a unified way of saying that we need to first comfort them and then find out what happened, including the pilots on both the helicopter and the plane. Instead of giving comfort and direction and solace, to get up and blame your predecessors, use profanity for the former Secretary of Transportation, and then try and act like these were DEI hires when we don't know how they were hired.
Exactly.
We haven't even identified the victims. But the assumption is that they were not qualified. They must be DEI. If anyone understands why we're saying DEI should not be used as a tool against blacks and against browns and against those that may have health disorders, which he mocked people that have disabilities, and to do it within less than 24 hours of a tragedy
It's not
shows
even.
that
Is it 12 hours?
it's not even 12. You're right.
I mean,
it shows a very callous disregard for human life and human decency. I always felt that Donald Trump, even when he tried to be friendly, I always felt he had some bigotry. But I didn't know he had lacked any level of decency. What he did today was indecent and despicable.
So in my Black job as a Black person, let's take out politics and humanity. I was, as a person, as a Black woman, it hurt me. All right. A woman who's got a college degree, a woman who's the longest serving Black White House correspondent in the history of this nation. It's not by happenstance that I've been there for 28 years. I have academic acumen and a psychological acumen. And to understand and using that acumen for this president to talk about DEI, I'm wondering, and he didn't say it, but I'm wondering, he gets a lot of intelligence, Reverend Al. I'm wondering if he knew or knows who the pilot was for the military, etc. What race or color. It just makes me wonder. There's a lot of things that underlie there for me in that press conference, and that were just very overt. There, and then Pete Buttigieg is now saying, he said, first word, he said something on Twitter, despicable. As families grieve, Trump should be leading, not lying. We put safety first, drove down close calls, grew air traffic control, and had 0 commercial airline crash fatalities out of millions of flights on our watch. That's from Pete Buttigieg on Twitter. He went after DEI, that is Black, Brown, LGBTQI. That's Pete.
That's why he said what he said about Pete Buttigieg, because that's to take a shot at LGBTQ. Yeah. That's why he clearly tried to deal with the inference that it might have been some DEI, some people diverse. And what he didn't even consider, why I say he's so insensitive, is he doesn't even know the political affiliations of those that died. Suppose if some MAGA people was on that plane. I mean, you don't have empathy for them. We know that there was some from Russia there. I mean, it is just absolutely godless what he did in front of the whole country.
And the world, because U.S. figure skating, these kids were going to go to the Olympics.
Right.
Okay? The U.S. Figure Skating Federation. But listen, I talked to the former Transportation Secretary, Anthony Fox, last night, who happens to be a Black man, who was the head of the Obama Transportation Department. And he said to me, he said, my worst fear is that something happened with the avionics. I hope and expect that this is not the case, but most aircraft these days run on a form of GPS. Could a warning system have failed? But then how can 2 systems fail? That leads to some even more grave concerns about interference with the systems. There are many other potential causes. This is a Black man who was the head of the Department of Transportation in the Obama administration.
Absolutely.
Answers and not laying blame. And he
need the answers. Anthony Fox attitude is right. I mean, we engage National Action Network right now dealing with DEI and protesting those companies out of that. But I didn't even bring that up. I'm saying that we need to find out what happened. I'm responding to Trump bringing up DEI. Yeah. We need to be concerned about the lives that were lost, the families that's got to deal with that, and then the causes of this. But to go right into politics, attacking Biden, attacking Buttigieg, attacking Obama, and staying right there several times, and then attacking DEI shows a callous disregard for the human life for those people that died in this crash. And I think that it shows people around this country that we're dealing with a president that has no humanity about him.
And I'm so glad that David Sanger asked that question. White man,
right.
New York Times, asked the question about DEI. And a lot of people didn't. There were so many different things in there. But the question, nobody really asked about the firings that happened. I wish I didn't have the flu.
Right.
I have the flu, tested positive after being in that room. But I would have asked, did you not fire people prior to this situation? Did you not fire people in TSA? Did you not fire people in FAA? I'm concerned, Reverend Al. If this is in the first 10 days, what should we expect in the next 4 years?
I don't know what is reasonable to expect with somebody this callous. So all I can say is that we must buckle down. And, the book of Ephesians said, put on the old armor of God. We're going to need it because this guy is the breastplate of righteousness. Because this guy is beyond what we can predict. But what we can predict, that if we stand up and fight back as our parents and grandparents did, let's not act like we're in the political process by invitation. We're there because of people that fought. We just got to be ready to fight no matter what he does. We have to be more determined to be right as he is to be wrong.
So, Reverend Al, some of the things that people have told me, and I agree, you have to be quiet because we talk too much. But that fight, what does that fight look like? And when you fight, how do you get the message out without tipping off the other
I
side?
think you tip off when we decide which targets we're going to hit in terms of economic boycott, with legislation they're going to do. We come out with it when we're ready, and you don't give the whole plan. And I think that people that have never marched with me or never rallied with others can withdraw their dollars when we've done the proper research, because we can't call a boycott and lose. We got to make sure that it's a company that we can hurt with our consumer dollars that has a large percentage and a small margin of profit. That's why I announced on King Day, we're taking 90 days. And we're going to come up and announce that, and we're going to go. We have strategies on how we're going at them companies that we won't announce till we're already there. I grew up in Operation Breadbasket. I was youth director in New York under Jesse Jackson. So we know how to do this.
No, wait a minute. And worked with Shirley Chisholm as a young man.
And worked with Shirley Chisholm. I was 17 years old. I was a youth director. So we know how to do that. And there are those in the legal community, the Legal Defense Fund and others are doing that. We all need to do what we do rather than saying, I don't agree with this. Whatever you agree with, we need to do it, but we need to do it, not talk about it, because we're dealing with a vicious adversary here.
Reverend Al, while I got you on this IG that was spontaneous, and I thank you again, you got my heart. I want to let some of the listeners or those who are watching ask a couple of questions, because this is a moment, I heard about what George Wallace did. I didn't see it, but we're back in that era, it looks like. We're not celebrating, we're celebrating, it was February 1 is Black History Month, but it's now termed American History Month by some. It's Black History.
You've seen the assault, and I got to do my radio show, but we've seen the assault that Hexit says the first day, that we got to look at how we have events here at the Pentagon around King Day, around Black History Month, around, LGBTQ Pride Month. They're starting already. Their guy DeSantis wants to take Black history out of school. They want to erase telling the story so we won't know how to fight.
Yeah, they sure do. Well, at the end of the day, I do want to say this. I cannot negate the fact that I'm a Black woman and I'm a Black business owner. And I'm more so inclined to circulate my dollars in the Black community. Yeah. And because of that, I've been holding this Black Business Monday, and I'm going to announce it here with you because of this, excuse me, this boycott thing or not boycott, but I'm calling it Buy Black. Excuse me. I'm having Ronald Isley on Monday with his song Fight the Power, and also his liquor. Excuse me, his liquor, so we can talk about that. So see what I got from the White House, and they talking about DEI was smart enough to stay home.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it going.
Yes, sir. Right. I appreciate you. Be well.
Thank you. Love you. Be well. Be well.
Thank you. Be well. Guys, that was Reverend Al Sharpton. I need to get off. Excuse me. Reverend Al, I'm trying to get you off. Hold on. Let me try to hang up. You can hang up yourself. Guys, I'm sick. Got the flu, but I'm still committed to us and you. With all of that said, love you much. This will be posted, and love you. But it incensed me to see what we saw. As a Black person, as a journalist, it was newsy. But as a Black woman in this nation, I was born here and I'm going to die here. We got to hear what our leaders are saying. And again, I talked to Karen Boykins Towns, the vice chair of the national board of the NAACP. She also puts on the Image Awards. Image for our image, creating that positive image for us. She said, don't agonize, organize. And she said, what did she say? She said, also do what the forever First Lady said, do something. So yes, I know I've locked myself off from my family. They're getting the tea and leaving it at the door. So, but I am here. Let's keep this conversation going. On Monday, excuse me, Black Business Monday, Ron Isley and his wife Candy will be here. We're going to talk about Fight the Power. Time is really wasting. Dun, 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 dun. There's no guarantee. Yeah. We got to fight the powers that be. And then he's got a spirits company. So we're going to talk about building up Black business. Guys, I love you. And I probably will go on the bed, lay down and work on this piece, write a story on this. This was a day, and my hearts go out to the families of those lost, those 67 people that died in this mid-air collision over the Potomac. My heart goes out to them. But let me say this. That's the focus. That's the focus, not the fact that people are not psychologically competent because they're Black, brown, or LGBTQ plus. Let me tell you something. I put my mindset and my mind and anything else against anybody else of any other community any day of the time. They talk about merit versus DEI. Well, my mother used to always tell me you have to be 3 to 10 times better than the other colleagues so you can just be considered average. You know what? Don't ever let anybody bring you down. My mother used to always say, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. I don't answer to this. Don't answer this. Love you guys. I wasn't there because I tested positive from having the flu from that briefing room. So be well. I'll see you soon. I tested positive after being in that room the other day. I will be wearing a mask. But like many of you who watched, I was shocked, but I reached out to a couple of people.
That was April Ryan and Al Sharpton. And I'm just going to leave you with this here. Then I'm going to cut on out. And I'll let y'all read that.